Good morning, everyone. It's Monday morning. I apologize that I didn't get this out on Friday. And last week was a little bit hectic as I was working on transitioning everything for summer online as well. So there's that, but it is Monday morning. Also, I feel like this is super grainy, but my light is cloudy and gross outside, and I just don't have good lighting. So this is what you get. So, anyways, I hope you had a relaxing weekend. If you celebrate Easter, I hope you did something that made it feel special, like a holiday. So, this week should be actually a relatively easy week, I'm hoping, for everyone. And this is the week that your students will be submitting their persuasive presentations. I've gotten a few questions, emails, just kind of clarifying how we want students to do this. In the assignment sheet, I kind of wrote out for students some options for using visual aids. One thing they can do is have them displayed on their laptop, or they can hook their laptop up to a TV if they have that capability, stand in front of it, and then have the camera use their phone, or someone else can record them giving the presentation, and they could flip through their slides like they normally would. If for some reason that doesn't work for them, or they need to use their laptop to record, they can print them out with paper, hang them on the wall, kind of rip them down. If they don't have a printer, they could even sketch it out. And what I told all of my students is they will just submit the files of their visual aids, and if you don't already have that on your Blackboard, you can create a link, or you can have them email you, and then I'll just use those to grade the content of the slides, but I will grade how they're using it by, if they're gesturing, like if I had a visual aid right here. Another question that's come up about peer review and what we're not using Circuit for that. I'm going to show you what I think is the easiest way. And I really, really encourage you to have them do at least a couple peer reviews. If you think about the entirety of this week, what they would typically be doing is sitting in class and watching presentations. I really doubt our students are going to just sit for fun and watch all of these presentations. So I would assign them. So what you can do is, I will show you. Let me go to my screen recorder. Okay, so here I am in my Blackboard space over here. And what I would do is, in the group presentation folder, I will create, if I go to tools, I can create a discussion board, create a new forum, and then just call it persuasive presentation. And just kind of standard. And then what you can do is, okay, that's saved. So this is one option. Okay, submit. And then students can simply go in and post the link, like start a thread, create a thread, post a link. The other option that you have is you could also create a video gallery, like maybe you did for the asynchronous presentation. And if that is what you are wanting to do, let me pull out my thing. If you come over to the side here, I can create I want a tool link, I believe. Yes. And then I would call this persuasive presentations. And if I go down to here under M and media gallery, make it available to users and submit, then you see it down here, and it looks like I've already created one. So I apologize if I already showed you how to do this, but we'll just do it again. And then that is there. And then when the students are there, they can do that. And you see, then they can add media. And if they've done YouTube, they can simply put in the YouTube link and it will be there. Now, in terms of doing the peer critiques, you also have two options. You can have students just directly comment, like on a video in the media gallery. As you see, there's a comment function, or on the discussion board. If you would prefer them to remain a little more anonymous, you can have them just type out the peer critiques on the typical forms and submit those to you. So you kind of have all of those options. Again, I think the name of the game is being flexible. I would just, remind students that there might be technical difficulties. I teach an honors class, and so we're on a slightly different schedule. And we had our presentations due yesterday, and there were a lot of last minute sort of panicked emails, kind of trying to make sure they had done things right. And so just sort of be aware and remind your students of those timelines. And then the only other thing then, let's switch back to here, as we're moving forward. So at the end of this week, we'll only have 2 more weeks of class, and then we're really focused on the group project. So they'll be doing that. I would say please use this week, if you haven't already done so, to get caught up with all of your grading. I know it's hard to stay on top of things. I know the asynchronous take a while, but it's really, really helpful to your students. And then also, you're not going to get in a situation where then you have asynchronous plus persuasive to grade. Couple notes about the outside activities. You should have gotten an email from OEPP. I got one last week telling me one of my students had done that activity. So, and your students may have already given you a paper. So continue to collect those. If your students opt to do one of the activities where they're analyzing one of the videos, they will just email that to you, or if you created a submission link and put those in. So just continue. You will not get the SONA email until the last part of the semester, or that last week, finals week, because those studies are all open and running until then. So I hope you guys have a great week. As always, feel free to send your questions to our assistant directors or contact me. Also, just a note for anyone who is teaching this summer, either Common 14 or 217. I know some of you, I think, who might be watching this will be 217. I will be sending out some information this week just about how that is going to look, and how some information about Brightspace training, virtual Brightspace training that we'll be having. So you can kind of be looking for that. I know your main focus right now is just getting through the end of the semester, but I also know some of you are eager to kind of know what's going on. So have a great week, and I will talk to you later.